Sound check, 1, 2.
This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
He knows as soon as he gives it to her, he's gonna give her his heart to her too.
And we'll have kids and get married.
That's too far.
Holy shit.
It is the 28th of November, 2023. My name is Corey Winfield, and this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. Once again from the North Studio in Traverse City, Michigan. Very special guest joining me today, and that man is Tyrone Hatcher. Mr. Hatcher, how are you doing today?
Oh, man. Well, I'm doing, I would say fabulous, but I'm using somebody else's trademark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're doing good. The applause was a little crazy, a little late. But, yeah, and then abruptly ends. I'm sorry, I'm still working on this new board that I have. But, yeah, you didn't want to say.
Fabulous.
That's fabulous, this thing. No, but you treated yourself to a nice little trip, little recovery trip. And a lot of people, they want to play this game like, where would Tyrone go? Where would Tyrone go on vacation to take a trip? Let's wonder. Would he go to Florida? Nope. Would he go to California? Nope. Would he go to Arizona? No. Oregon? Yeah, you've been there before, but he didn't go there this Thanksgiving. Maybe he went to a cruise in Alaska? No.
Too cold.
Maybe you wanted to go walk those hills that Winfield's walked this summer in Seattle. No, what's Seattle?
Not quite.
Chicago. No, too
that's the
cold.
windy city.
Where would Tyrone? Benton Harbor.
Oh, man. No, that's wrong.
Okay.
No.
Well, we give up. Tyrone, where did you go on your holiday?
Vegas.
Woohoo! I've never been to Vegas. Have you been to Vegas?
This is about my third time.
Okay, so they know you by name. Like, oh, Tyrone's coming.
Oh, well, yeah. But it's a good getaway spot.
Yeah.
Good getaway spot. It's you have to be you have to keep your sobriety in check out there.
Oh, I bet.
Because it's very, very loose.
You don't drink. You never really have.
You know.
So that's something that probably doesn't bother you. It's easy to say no to. It's like, I don't eat fish. Somebody's like, hey, you want this fish? No, I don't eat fish. But would you see other drugs and other opportunities while you're out there, though?
Yes.
Like you knew, like if I walked up to that dude or that woman, I could probably get pointed in the right direction, if not handed something.
It's a lot of that, Winfield. Temptations is, anywhere you go, it's going to be temptation.
Isn't that a strip club out there?
Oh, numerous. numerous.
Sorry, crack myself up sometimes. But no, so yeah, temptations are everywhere. So, but you see you knew.
Yeah, I mean, they come at you, and you have to be ready. Because you do the wrong thing, you can find yourself staying out there for a while. You find yourself out there you could be under the freeway, homeless.
Did you see a lot of people under the freeway?
Yes, yeah, a lot.
But that did not look comfortable.
No, it don't look comfortable, and you know. Had a couple of temptations. Well, let me do this here. Maybe I could get. I said, oh, look over there. No. Came too far for that. Came too far.
I'm glad you came back then.
Oh, yeah. Came back.
What was the best part about the trip?
The best part about the trip was I met some, my brother, a couple guys stayed down the street from me there, and they was from Seattle, and they came down to Vegas, and I met them down there, and we talked about old times, but it's awfully weird though. Winfield, they wouldn't let me hang with them when they was in high school. Yeah, I always had to go away. Well, for one thing, I think I was like 4 years younger than them, so they didn't want me hanging around them, man.
Didn't want you getting caught up in that hood rat stuff they were doing.
Yeah. Well, I probably would have told
Yeah.
Because my mom would have asked me, I probably would have told, and so they didn't want me around. So
That's probably a good thing. They were looking out for you. At least they thought they were.
but everything went okay though. Winfield,
How was the flight out? Because it was Thanksgiving. You went left on Tuesday, which is a couple days before Thanksgiving. But
right. It was still crowded. It was still crowded in there. It was still crowded.
what airline did you fly?
I went Southwest. It was Southwest.
Okay, and they do the cattle call, right? Where they just go, hey, now jump on the plane.
Yeah.
And everybody runs, okay.
But I came on with a duffel bag. I don't own a suitcase, Winfield. Remember those duffel bags I used to have at the house? I had that.
I'm surprised they didn't did they check you extra in security?
Not really. It was so packed in there. Because I had to leave out of Metro Airport. I could have left Travis to Metro, but I just drove on down. But the shock was when I come back, I had on gym shoes. It's snowing outside, and
Michigan changed while you were gone.
it changed.
It's winter now. Well, what about that?
It's changed.
Yeah, it did start snowing. So that was because when you talked to me, you were just like, man, that drive.
Yeah, that was a rough drive. Yeah, I never seen it like that, Winfield. You drive up, it's a little dry, and further you go, snow, then storm.
Yeah, it's not fun. Just driving in the snow, and it's been a while since you've driven in the snow.
Yes, it has been.
So I was like, oh, great, here we go. So I'm going out, back from Vegas, and I can't see, it's blind. I mean, those snowstorms are no joke sometimes, and you can't see hardly anything in front of you.
Yeah.
Other people, you had to worry about other people.
Other people.
I was telling Marnie this the other day that I think I'm going to switch my profession up. And I think this is going to help a lot of people in the world. I think women will probably find it most useful, my new profession. And don't hate on me for wanting to change careers in the middle of starting something special, but just thinking about it. But I think I'm going to open a driving school and teach people how to drive. Because
That sounds good.
I think it would help. It would help the earth. It would help. I just like helping people, and driving is something that they say is going away because we'll all have cars that'll just program themselves, which will be cool. But we're not there yet. So there's still money to be made. There's still, like people I can help. I mean, that's what I mean. Like people I can help, not money to be made. That'll come. But I'm just saying, I'm like, just to help people how to drive. But that's just something I'm throwing out there, something I'm thinking about.
That's all right, Mr. Winfield. That's all right. You give out rides.
Yeah. So I might as well teach people how to drive too.
There you go.
I've been giving a lot of Corys lately to people.
So how was your weekend, Mr. Winfield, over the holiday?
It was good. We went down state and, did a little lunch with my dad. We did Thanksgiving with my mom and that side of the family. And we haven't really talked about too much about our personal life lately, but we got some things going on and good things.
Good.
But we'll talk about that as time at a time of our choosing.
Okay.
So we're still waiting for that to come around. But there's some stuff I'm gonna tell you off the podcast, and I hate to say that like that. I mean, there's something that I forgot to tell you that I'm gonna tell you off the podcast because again, not everything is. If it was just about my life, I wouldn't care. I would just say it. But if it involves other people, sometimes I like to, not put everybody on blast. So I apologize if you're listening right now and you're like, that's not even fair, bro. Like, we want to hear too. Trust me, you will hear about it one day at time of my choosing. So you just keep listening to every single podcast that we do, and I promise you will catch it along the way. But yeah, so it was good to see family and stuff though. But I when you told me you were going to Vegas, I was like, he's getting married. And then you're like, no, Winfield, I'm not getting married.
Yeah, it was just a last second thing there. It's sometimes, when you're in recovery, sometimes, you need space for yourself. It's good to go out and do things. Because when I was on the drugs, I never would have thought about going on a vacation. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even have no money to do anything with. So
it's good. And like I said, you can't take it with you.
can't take it with you, Winfield.
So you might as well go out and have some fun.
That's right. That's right.
Did you win anything?
I'm not really a gambler. I probably spent about no more than 200 on the machines because I stayed out there like 6 days. So
Got your ass.
Got your ass.
yeah, but I'm not really I have scared money, Winfield. I'm scared to gamble my money. I'm scared to gamble it.
I'd rather go and eat a nice steak. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm so glad that I never got the gambling bug or, been involved with that or come across that addiction because I could have easily, but my addiction to alcohol was more important to me and I couldn't even fathom losing $20.
Yeah.
Because alcohol is what I needed.
Yeah, that's the next bottle.
Yeah. And people know if you've listened to this podcast ever that how I feel about gambling. And I'm sorry, I wasn't crying there. I just got something in my throat. But no, how I feel about it. And, I really feel for those people who do have that disorder. And I want to do all we can to help them. But, when you go out there and a lot of people go to Vegas and they do, and at least, you went and checked out. And like you said, you're not into that. You're not really into drinking. And
it could be real Tipton out there too, because I asked somebody they had a beverage in their hand and they say it's illegal to walk down the street down the strip.
It's legal or illegal?
It's legal. You can do it.
Well, aren't there women passing out their cards like, hey, you want some of my vagina? Here's my card.
Yeah, they have a lot of that going on there, and they don't take cash; they take credit cards.
Good thing you don't have any. Oh, you do have some credit cards. They maxed out, Tyrone?
Oh, whew. Well,
Got your ass.
It's been kind of hard trying to find a 19, 20-year-old.
All right, Mitch, calm down.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll just not go into details on that. Have you ever seen the movie Leaving Las Vegas?
that's with
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah, yeah, good actor.
Yeah, that was a good movie. And some people are like, that's not a movie about addiction. That's a movie about suicide. And it's like, well, it's kind of both.
It's both.
Because you get to that point. I was talking about this on a post that Skylar Stone, he's an actor, comedian, he posted something about recovery movies. And somebody mentioned that. And somebody was like, there's not a recovery movie. And I was like, yeah, it is. And they're like, no, it's suicide. And I was like, well, it's because addiction got him. Like he wouldn't be thinking about suicide if he wasn't, so addicted to alcohol. And I had to explain it to him a little bit. But.
And then another thing too, I watched the Wolf of Wall Street. I caught half of it last night when I came home.
Yeah?
And that's a pretty.
Did it remind you of Vegas?
Well, it reminds me of how I used to go out there and do drugs and how it just takes you out there, Winfield. How it takes you out there and how self-destruction it is. Because he was on top of the world, and then the drugs and alcohol, it takes you down. No matter, and he had a lot of money. Mm-hmm. He had a lot of money. And it just goes to show you that it don't show no discrimination. It takes out the poor, it takes out the rich.
Yeah, and a lot of people, especially people who are, I'd say middle class, upper middle class even. Well, sometimes they can have false consciousness, whatever it's called, but we just assume, man, if I just had money, I'd be happy. If all my bills were paid, I'd be happy. But if just all your bills were paid, you'd be happy. Okay, maybe. But then you want more and you think, oh man, it'd be nice to have a boat. It'd be nice to have a lawn guy. It'd be nice to have a pool. Till your pool guy starts messing around with your family.
And then another thing,
gets killed.
Your spouse, just like his spouse, when it come time to go to jail, now he want to change, but now your wife is tired. She want to divorce you. and your whole lifestyle it changes. It changes.
Yeah.
So Winfield, all I could do is just be happy for the day. And
Well, did you see any crazy stuff while you were in Vegas?
oh my gosh, yes.
What was
Oh, people using.
was out on the street?
Yeah. Police chasing people
On foot or on a horse?
on foot, and it's wow.
How's that make you feel as a black man? You're standing there, and here comes police just running down just run down the street. Where you're like, oh shit, better run.
Well, Winfield, it makes you. Well, it made me aware of what happens if I could go back out there again. What would happen? But I'm not doing nothing, so I feel good about myself. I ain't got to run and hide and nothing there. But it shows me what is still out there. It's still out there. It's worse. You just have to just be aware of things.
Okay, so police, people using.
What
else? Was there like little people running around, swords or something? I don't know. Like that'd be pretty crazy.
Well, not swords, but you have people come up to you. Are you straight? I got this, and you have to be pretty strong, Winfield, because when somebody show you something in their hand, you feel, wow, you have to be strong, and you have to respect what stuff could do to you. You have to give it respect. You've been through it like I have, and
So what was your answer to that?
oh, it's definitely no, Winfield. I can't go.
So
I came too far to go back. And I ain't no different than nobody else. It could hit me the same way too.
So they would come up to you and say, "Are you straight?" And you say, "No, I've done way too much for that. I'm not going back."
Yeah, I just turned my head to go.
So you don't mean straight as in like, do you like men or women? I thought that's what you meant. I thought you meant like straight, like. Yeah. Are you straight? Like, do you like men or women? Like, are you straight? Like, I thought that's what you were saying.
Oh no!
I thought we were having a revelation here.
A lot of times, that's slang for "Are you straight?" means like it's just a slang. You need anything? You need any drugs? You need any ecstasy? Are you okay? That's man.
Okay, because I thought I was like, whoa, I didn't know this about you. Like, I've known you for a couple years now, and I was like, wow, I didn't know Tyrone wasn't straight. But I get it now. It blew me away. I was like, what?
It's a funny joke, though. I did see one guy say, "Are you straight?" And he was kind of an older guy. He said, what? Am I crooked? What, am I crooked? I'm not standing straight? And I just kind of laughed at And so the guy just walked away from him. He's looking for his next victim,
So what else was crazy?
Oh, man, the time difference. It's kind of weird watching the Lions at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I bet. You didn't bet on that game, did you?
No.
Smart man.
No. I knew we was going to win.
But then they lost. Got their butts kicked by a sorry Green Bay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it shocked me. It shocked me.
But, I mean, it shouldn't, because, I mean, well, normally Green Bay beats the Lions anyway, but especially when they had Favre and then they had Rodgers, so it wasn't. But, man, this was supposed to be the year. Things looking good. Now, I'm questioning the Lions if they're good enough.
Well, I think we'd be back on the bandwagon Sunday.
Yeah, if you would have bet on the Packers, though, you would have done pretty well, because the Lions were pretty big favorites. I think 7.5 or something.
Sure was.
But man, that was just.
Yeah, that was that wasn't a good turkey day.
So where'd you eat turkey at? Did you have turkey on Thanksgiving?
No, I think I had a tuna fish sandwich.
Ew.
Yeah, I like tuna fish.
Oh. It's horrible. I'm sorry. That's what you had. And did you enjoy any other good food while you were out there?
Oh, yeah. Ate plenty of fish, hamburger. But everything's just so expensive. Everything's so expensive.
What was the best restaurant you ate at?
Out there? Heck, I ordered from the room, from the menu.
Oh, the room service.
Yeah, the room service.
What hotel did you stay at?
I stayed in the Hilton.
Oh, those beds are comfortable.
Yes, they are.
They have some comfortable beds.
But they're expensive, though.
Yeah.
Pretty expensive.
Because you get a cheap flight. And I was going to ask you, because you told me the flight, and I was like, whoa, that's round trip. And you're like, yeah. I was like, oh, my goodness. But when you get there is when they get you, right? Because, like...
Yes. Yeah. You know, Corey, a lot of people go to Vegas.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what for, but... I don't know. Like, it just doesn't appeal to me.
A lot of people go to Vegas, and it's it's just a premiere. But I think the next time I'm going back to Oregon again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Oregon.
Yeah, I've never been there, but my grandmother was originally from there, and
oh yeah,
I don't know. It's just real pretty. I've heard, and green. It's not 100 degrees, and
you're close to Seattle, Washington.
We go back to them hills.
Yeah,
Marty says it wasn't that bad, but man, I'm telling you, like if you were downtown by the Pike Market and you're trying to go, no, we had to walk a hill. Like I don't like that's why people don't get robbed down there because you'd have to run up a hill eventually, and you would just you would lose out. Like there's no way you would have to have somebody on a bike or a moped, not even a bike because you can't bike up those hills.
No,
it's not happening. That's why there's no crime on Pike Market.
But the weather out there is nice, Winfield, in the wintertime. And it's a little different. It's a little different.
A lot of hippies out there, right?
Yeah. A lot of living on streets. People living in their cars on streets out there.
Kind of like California.
Yeah.
Like LA was like that.
It's a big problem with the homelessness now. Homelessness is a big, which homelessness, I was talking to Mitch today, it's just one paycheck away. Your car could break down and you have to get your car fixed and you could be homeless, rent, or your car get fixed.
You lose your job, can't find one, you get evicted. Now what? Because those people don't care. They want their money.
Wow.
So it's just one of those things that a lot of people don't realize and think about, I got some savings. Okay. Well, that might go too, and just be humble and be thankful for what you have because just know that you could be step away. And a lot of people, though, they do have a hard time believing that some people, and I chalk this up to like mental illness, but some people are homeless by choice.
Yeah.
And some people just don't believe that. And you have spent some time here in Traverse City at the shelter, and so you kind of know and you've seen it. But like when I tell it to people, they just look at me like I'm lying. I'm like, no, like there are people that don't want a house, they don't want a job, they don't want anything. They just want to live out in the woods and want you to leave them alone until they want to come ask you for some money. Or do whatever they do, but they like the fact that they feel like there's no rules to them, and they don't have to go to work, and they can hustle this, hustle that, and there's a lot of bad things that come with that, and that doesn't make it easy for the people that just happen upon hard times and find themselves unhoused. But it just surprises me that people don't believe me when I tell them that, because I'm like, not everybody out there wants to be housed. Oh, yes, they do. They won't. No, they won't. And you were telling me a story about there was a family that was out there that was like, nope, we don't want that. We're gonna need something bigger. We want a bigger place. Right. So they chose to live out in the tent.
Live out in the tent
with children because the place that they were offered wasn't good enough for them. Wow. And when I tell that story, people look at me like I'm lying. I'm like, no, I'm not.
And everybody has a choice, but this homeless thing is something real, something to. I've been through it, and it's something. Wow, it takes a lot out you. It takes a lot out you.
I saw this video on the homeless in L.A.
Wow,
and they were talking about just the mental illness, that is right along with it. And some people, when they start that journey, they're at their breaking point, sure. but they just kind of go off the rails, and every day it seems to get just worse and worse and worse for them. And then you add that up over a year. If you're getting just a little bit worse every day, well, in a year, that's a lot worse than when you started.
Oh, yeah.
And then you add drugs to the mix because why not? You know, like, hey, I want to feel better. I want to feel something. You know, life's not really working out for me right now. And then, of course, by doing that sort of thing, you're not really putting yourself in a situation to better yourself.
Right.
But once you get hooked on it, then how do you get away from it? And then you just become a part of like this whole different society almost.
And Renfield, and now, you know, we're done with Thanksgiving. A lot of times for people, this is a hard stretch. You got Thanksgiving, now you got Christmas coming up. You know, you stress about buying gifts and just everyday needs. And then you got the new year coming up, and a lot of people get frustrated at this time. So,
Well, I do. And
so just kind of take it easy, you know. Take it easy. Just take it easy. Do what you can do. Don't stress. So if you can't do it, don't bog over it.
no, 988 is a good number. You know, if you're having a problem, you know, 988. If you just need someone to talk to, you know, just remember 988. And pass that along to family members too that you might kind of worry about. And, you know, there's trainings out there, there's videos that you can watch to know if somebody's thinking about that. Because we've all had somebody in our lives, unfortunately, that have been to a point where they didn't think they could come back from. And, you know, they choose suicide. And it's not a great choice. And a lot of people are like, why would they do that? Or that's horrible of them. And, but that just shows you what a place they are at. Right. You know, they're at a place where they feel there is no other option. You know, and that's not a good place to be at. So, you know, try not to criticize and try to help instead, you know, and be there and listen sometimes.
That helps.
Yeah. Because you never know when or what someone is going through and what's going to push them over.
That's right.
So just, 988. You know, Tyrone and I know you'd love to call us and talk to us about it, but we're not, you know, professionals in that. I mean, I took some training, but I could pass you off to somebody and then you'd be like, why are you passing me off, Corey? I really want to talk to you. I'd be like, because 988, I think they're hiring anyway. If you're looking for a job and you're like, hey, I want to get in that industry. I want to help people. I want to learn that kind of training. They'll train you. So you can probably Google 988 jobs. But, well, Tyrone, I'm glad that you came to the 217 Recovery Center today, and I'm glad we could talk about your time in Vegas a little bit. I was hoping for more. I wanted to say, oh man, this truck flipped over and caught on fire. I saw little people running with swords. Like the sex workers there just wouldn't leave me alone, offer me freebies. Like, I don't know, like just all kinds of fun stuff.
Kind of hard trying to find a 19, 20-year-old.
I think Mitch would love Vegas. I'm just saying. It's not dating sites. These guys around here, Tyrone, like, I swear, like, I want to work from home, but I can't. Because, like, I don't know what they would be doing around here. Like,
hey, you got a good crew. You got a good crew.
I do, and I kid, but I don't. Because they got or at least one of them, I'm not going to say Mitch's name or anything, but Maya has started singles and sober singles in Traverse City Facebook page.
Oh. Oh, boy.
Which, you know, I was talking across the street at Detox today, and there's a lot of things I've been saying. Hey, I told them that today and that today. But we were talking about relationships, and I said I couldn't see myself with someone who drank or used drugs. And that's just for the fact that I'm not going to tell someone else what to do, but I know if there's drugs in the house, and yes, alcohol is a drug, eventually I'm going to use it. Catch me on the wrong day, catch me with some free time, whatever. If it's in the house, I'm going to use it. And it's not fair for me to tell other people what to do with their life. So I personally don't think I could ever be with someone who drank. And thankfully, I don't have to be because I married Marnie and we're both in recovery. But, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, don't be 13th stepping and and like, I don't know. If you're going to places that have sober people at them, you know, I don't really think it should be looked at as, 30 years taking advantage of them. And it's funny because men get labeled as the one that you're taking advantage of that girl. It's really the opposite. Because who has all the power?
That's right.
Not the guy with the penis. Listen, I'm just saying. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. I'm just saying. We're not the ones just like fighting women off of us. No, you can't have sex with me today. I can imagine being a woman going to a store or anything, and just like, I feel like I'm fresh meat here. I got my options. It would get old for sure, but
That's right.
But yeah, it's a different game for them, I guess you could say.
That's right.
But I just couldn't see myself doing that. Being in a relationship with someone who drank or used drugs. But so I could see where they're trying to set up the sober thing and, have it not so 13th step and having people take your inventory. That's what's funny about that. It's like those people that are, don't be 13th stepping, like, don't be taking my inventory. You can always throw those rules of AA back on each other. Well, don't be doing this. Well, you're doing this. No, don't be doing that. Don't do that. Like, whatever fits me at the time is how we're going to roll with that. But nah. But anyway, thanks, Tyrone.
No problem.
I love seeing you. I'm glad you came by.
Always
we're going to
glad
have
to see you.
a Secret Santa thing going at the office.
Oh, boy.
And you're included. You look thrilled. You look like you don't want to be a part of it, but you are. You ever been a part of a Secret Santa?
What is that?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. It's where a bunch of white people get together and they buy each other gifts. No, you don't have to be white. But so we have a limit. I think Justin said $35. So $35 is the maximum you can spend. And then we put everybody's name in a little hat, and then you draw a name, and then you have to get that person. It can be one gift, it could be 10 different gifts, but $35 is all you can spend.
Okay.
I was going to try to set it at $4,000, but Justin talked me out of that and said no. But unless you draw my name, he said, then you can spend your $4,000. But no, so $35 is what we'll do, and then you get like I said, it could be a bunch of gifts, could be one gift, and then. But it's your job to be that person's Santa.
Okay. Sound fair?
Yeah. Who do you want to get?
Oh, man.
The staff here. Yeah,
Oh,
me,
man.
Marnie, Adam, Justin, Mitch.
What's the mouse name in there?
Susan.
It's Susan. I think I already have Susan.
Susan can't play because she doesn't have any money because she's a mouse, Tyrone.
Fabulous.
What if you get Justin? You could get him a big size poster of Susan. And then on the side of like, Susan is.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
You so
Well, I don't think I can get Marnie. I think someone else will have to get Marnie.
Somebody's get the money there.
But if you could pick anybody, who would you want to get?
Oh, man. It don't matter.
Just get him some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so what would you get Mitch?
Oh, man.
Just top of your head.
I probably would get him a nice hat or a shirt there.
Okay, what about Justin?
Oh, Justin, he's fabulous. He's just, he needs a cape. A Superman cape.
And what about Adam?
Adam, we see. Adam, he's, probably get him some, I don't know. I have to think on Adam.
Okay, and then Marnie, what would you get Marnie?
Oh, Marnie. Women stuff. Cologne.
There's some perfume.
Perfume.
Or cologne.
No, cologne for men. Perfume.
What would you get me?
Oh, man, Winfield, we would get you probably a Lincoln. Kind of
Like a little Matchbox car. Nah, that's cool, but well, we'll see. But we'll have to draw a name or something today at least because you're here. But thanks for coming by, man. I know this is like the longest goodbye, send off, end of show ever, but it's kind of what I'm known for now. Yeah, take care, and we'll talk to you again pretty soon, man.
All right, Mr. Winfield, we'll be around. Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Win a bunch of free shit from 217 Recovery. Go to the app or the website, 217recovery.com.